Hi, welcome to csharp. In this video, we're going to see what is design patterns and what are the advantages of design patterns, and there are different types of patterns are available. So we can see them in short and quickly. First, we can see the definition of the design patterns. So design patterns are solutions to the software design problems you find again and again in real world application development. So what does this mean? We can take one scenario. So let's consider I'm going to build a ticket booking application. So in that I am having options like bus ticket booking, train ticket booking and flight booking, and also hotel bookings. So if we need to create a method, let's say whatever the language may be, it's Java, C Sharp or whatever. So if we're going to create a method to have a book, so let's say book ticket or book appointment, we can say. So how we will use this to book a ticket? So some will write, we can have a parameter like type, and based on the type we can have if condition, if type equal to bus, do certain operation. So this applies to all other types as well. So this can be flight or train. Okay, this is one kind of development, and what others will do is they will have some logic like instead of if block they will have the switch condition. So they will keep on writing the cases. If it's a bus, do some logics, or if a train, do some logics. So it will go on like that. Okay, now the solution itself looks good, but why we need design patterns? So let's consider a scenario. I'm having only one method. So this method can be get large in case if the logics behind every type is very big. So it will be like 1,000 lines of code inside a single method itself, right? So what we can do? So in those scenario, there is one of the, we can use a method to reduce this. So we can call bus booking, maybe. This is one of the methods. So we can call this directly to reduce the size of this method and also reduce the logic behind this. So we can have a method like this. This is one of the approach we can reduce our code, and also this is one of the good coding practice as well. We have segregated it as each functions, but still we are having some issues here, like in case if I need to modify any one of those bookings, let's say I will change only bus booking, other modules are freezed. So in this scenario also I need to modify this controller, which will make the changes in the other methods as well. Like for example, if I changing this, I need to unit test this and test every methods inside this to make sure everything is working fine. So this is overhead for developer and also for a tester. So the better approach is to be using an interface kind of segregation. So what does that mean? So let's say we can have a interface called ticket booking. This is one of the interface we are having. So we can have 4 separate interface. So which can extend from ticket booking, and then we can have train booking which can inherit from ticket booking. So we can write all the logics inside this bus booking for regarding bus, and also we can write as a logic everything for train inside the train booking interface. So in case if we need to modify the bus booking, it will be only affecting this interface, it won't impact any other interfaces. So by this way we can achieve a loose coupling between the components. The segregation of our code by achieving a good coding practice is termed as a design pattern actually. So if we look at the definition now, so we came across several problems during our development, right? So for that there are some solutions already been implemented, like the interface, that is one of an example. So like that there are a lot of solutions has been implemented. We need to follow them to make sure we are following everything properly. So we can say that design patterns are reusable solutions to the problems that a developer encounter in a day-to-day programming. Okay, I think you would have got clear about the design patterns and what are advantages of it. It reduces the time and our code will be reusable and it will be easy to extend. Next we're going to see the different types of design patterns and what are the different approaches used in each sections. Okay, so there are three types actually. One is creational, structural and behavioral. So in creational pattern there are 5 patterns are available: abstract, builder, factory, prototype and singleton. So we can go through these patterns one by one in our upcoming videos. So I will just explain in short. These creational patterns are used for creating an object. So to create an object we will usually do like obj a equal to new obj a, but it will consume a memory every time we call this approach. So how we can reduce this? This is what we're going to discuss in these type of creational patterns. Next is the design patterns, like a structural design. Sorry, next we're going to see is the structural patterns. So structural pattern in the sense we have discussed already, right? So this is one of the structural pattern only. So initially we created a method, everything inside a single method itself. We have structured it using the interface separation and method separation. So like that, the modification of the class and the objects is known as the structural design patterns. So in these different patterns we're going to see them. And next is the behavioral pattern. So we have created an object. Let's say we are having 2 to 3 objects or 2 to 3 methods. So how the different methods communicate with each other. So these and all will be discussed in the behavioral patterns. We can compare this design pattern with any real-time example as well. Let's say you are going to a hospital. So that is one of the design pattern which doctor follows. If you go to as a fever, they will first give the medications, then they will recommend the blood test. Based on that only they will diagnose. They won't come into a conclusion directly. So there are already like predefined solutions for every problems. That is what the design pattern states. Hope you all understood a basic about the design patterns. Thanks for watching. To get more useful information like this, subscribe to Tech SR.